Good morning, you self-storage legends. It's Monday morning. That can only mean one thing, that I go for my week in numbers. I tell you the good, the bad, and the amount of revenue we took. Sorry, I didn't do a podcast on Thursday and Friday. I just can't stop coughing. I've still got a sore throat now. I never ever get ill. Excuse me. And there we go again. And I wake up this morning, or every morning with daggers in my throats, and I'm like, oh, that's exactly how it sounds. And yeah, I don't know. I never ever get ill, and I'm going on holiday tomorrow. So that's frustrating. So I'm going to record loads of podcasts for you today so you don't miss out on me on your screens, you lucky people or devices. Right, let's get cracking. In tomorrow's episode, by the way, we're talking about a mastermind that I'm putting together. Been asked loads and loads of times for people if I consult, if I do this, if I do that. It's nearly daily. Oh, excuse me. I knew I'd start coughing when I talk. Yeah, it's nearly daily, and I'll be honest, majority of the time, because I don't have anything to offer, or when people say, "Can I have 10 minutes of your time?" I'll pay you X amount of money. Da 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 da. Because I don't do that, I feel bad saying I don't do it, and then I think, "Oh yeah, I'll reply," and I just don't reply, and I'm terrible at that. But things will change because we are getting an assistant. She's currently off at the minute, but we have got an assistant, so that's good now. She's not an assistant; she likes being called executive assistant. um, so that will improve, and yeah, we're going to have a mastermind where we just help everybody, well, help people in the mastermind grow the business and earn more money. And so I'll give you details about that tomorrow. And it'll also be the newsletter, mrselfstorage.com, free daily newsletter. It won't be starting until 2025, and it will be application as well. But so stay tuned, and there'll be an application form in about, I don't know, maybe a month's time, something like that. Because obviously there's only a limited amount of people that I can actually work with. So anyway, let's crack on then, Dino. Right. So last week, the headlines are poor week, low conversions, and loss of square foot. It wasn't great. Low conversions, low quotes, low reservations, low move-ins. First time in ages we've lost square foot. We had 101 quotes, but 7 of those came from Beverly 24, so we don't really count them as Stormore, the Stormore website. So we only got 94 quotes on Stormore, which wasn't great. We was minus 505 square foot for the week. We only got 24 reservations, and if I'm honest, the weekend really saved us because other than the weekend, it was poor, poor, poor. And I know people are going to say, well, it's October, that's what we expect. No, I don't expect that. October is still normally a good month, especially when the weather, oh, I don't know if the weather's got anything to do with it, but yeah, it's normally a good month for us. I've been back through the data, and it's probably one of our highest performing months in terms of quotes, but we haven't seen that this year. And um, I don't know. So we've got concerns definitely, but it's better to be proactive rather than reactive. So we're seeing the concerns consecutive weeks now, and so we're being proactive and thinking, okay, what can we do? How can we change this? And so we're really going to ramp up and see what actions that we can take to make sure that we don't have a third consecutive low reservations week, because obviously reservations, it might not hit your figures this week, it'll certainly hit your figures in future weeks because people reserve for a month out. And so yes, we only got 17 move-ins this week, but last week, but this week could be even less because of a low reservation. So we just got to be mindful. So yeah, we hit a 24% conversion rate overall as a company because we did 24 reservations from 101 quotes. We had 17 move-ins. That's a 17% conversion rate for the company. Right, but when we strip out Beverly 24, what actually happens? So we got 276 new website visitors. We got 94 quotes from Stormore. That's a conversion rate. So we split it into 3 sections. Do we on our funnel, if you like? We have website visitors, we have quotes, then we have reservations. So we do it in 3 sections. We do this. There's a big training on it called Doctor Doctor in the course, where we can really pinpoint what's up with your company or self-storage if there's a problem or where the problem is. Sorry, here there's 2 problems. We've got website visitors. We haven't got enough website visitors to get the results we want, and also the conversions. Because by the way, we want over 30 reservations every single month. So to get 30 reservations, then we need hell of a lot more website visitors, and so we need to get more traffic. So traffic is one problem, and then the quotes to reservations, that is below our standard as well. So we'll get to that in a minute. So website visitors 276. That's a little bit below where I want to be. That's 94 quotes. That means 34% of our website visitors got a quote. We aim for 20%. So you want 20% of your website visitors getting a quote. If you aren't getting that, then there's something wrong with your website. Your website is broken somewhere. It might be the design, it might be the content, it might be the copy, it might be the pictures, it might be the navigation, but there's a problem there. So I would focus on that. So we've got a tick in that part of the funnel. We did 21 reservations in Stormore. The Stormore branches, that's 5 different sites, because obviously Bevel 24 is a different it's a brand, different brand. So that's 21% quotes to 21% of our quotes reserved. We aim for 25%. So we know that part of our funnel is broken. And don't get me wrong, it's only a small sample size. So we're not going to be, hey, James, hey, Angela, hey, Mark, hey, Charlene, hey, Jack, what the hell's gone wrong? Why is the conversions down? It's a small sample size. So we don't actually go into that. So that's not a big deal. But overall, 8% of our website visitors reserved. So we did 21 reservations and we had 276 people who visit the website. So overall, 8%. And so what we aim for is 5% of website visitors converting. That's the funnel down effect. But we could do with more traffic. The website is getting the correct amount of quotes. So that's good. And our reservations to quotes aren't very good. But overall, as a funnel, it's working as it should be. The only thing we need to do is add more website visitors. Right, revenue. This is a third consistent week we've hit over £50,000 revenue. 50,292. We only took £352 at Glasgow. We took 6,200 at Mansfield, 4,400 at Wrexham, 7,600 at Clough, 6,300 at Beverley, and 25,500 at Willoughby. I was just thinking about something else and I'm reading something else. So yeah, overall £50,000, which is great. We like to take that. Right, quotes. Jack absolutely smashed it this week with 10 reservations. Charlene smashed it as well with 7 reservations. Online bookings were 3. So that means that 13% of our bookings came from online. Right, let's deep dive into the different branches now. Willoughby had 34 quotes. The reservations was 12. So Willoughby started the week really poor with quotes, but it ended the week really terrific. So hopefully we'll see more reservations this week at Willoughby. So 34 quotes, 12 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 35%. We had 9 move-ins, so a conversion rate of 26%. So all working well at Willoughby. No need to worry there. We moved in 805 square foot. We moved out 885. So we're down 80 square foot. We've got 349 internal rooms occupied. We've got 52 containers occupied. We've got 2 car parking spaces, and we are 81.63% occupied. The merchandise this month has been shocking. It's £6.67 per move-in, so not great. But I'll tell you a little secret. I don't give a monkeys about the merchandise. It means literally almost nothing to me. And I know people say, oh, merchandise, auxiliary sales and all this lot, but the amount of time and effort, somebody was really, really busy. Somebody came in and spent 20 minutes buying some tape the other day. And I was like, 20 minutes when our job is to sell space. So yeah, it's great and an add-on, but you don't want it to be taking up more of your time. And people are coming in from the street to buy boxes, which I know the argument, well, it's good to know you're there. If you ever need storage, you know where you are. Yeah, great. But with the amount of revenue, I mean, how much revenue are we taking this month? It's absolutely shocking. It's less than 1% of our revenue at Willoughby. Let's have a look. So I think we've only took like 300 quid of so 300. Say normally 800 quid divided by 83,000. So you're not even talking 1% of revenue. I don't think it's worth it. There is an argument to say that you don't even bother. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but yeah, I mean, how much do we earn from that? Maybe 300 quid, 300 quid net profit. and then you got to talk about the time it takes, the stocking, anyway, you do you. We still sell it because it's a service for the customers. The customers need it, so therefore we sell it. We don't sell it? Interestingly, we only sell it at one of our places. Every other site, we don't sell it, even though we have some man sites. Like Glasgow's a man site because it's a hub. So yeah, even though we have Glasgow as a man, we did have Mansfield as a man as well when KTO was working here, and that we didn't sell it. It wasn't worth it for us. So take that what you will. Right, so we're 82% occupied, or 81.63. Average insurance sold was low this week. It was £5,000. We want it in for 6. The average amount of square foot moved. Next week's move-ins are 675 for 8 move-ins and 6 move-outs for 500 square foot. So we should have a positive week. Clough Road, we should have a positive week as well. 26 quotes, number of reservations were 3, so that's a conversion rate of 12%. We'll round up. Move-ins were 3, so that's a conversion rate of 12% as well. We have 200 square foot moved in, 300 square foot moved out, so we're 100 square foot down. Our insurance was 5,333, so a little bit below where we want to be again. The amount of move-ins due this next week is 2 for 200 and 2 move-outs for 125, so should be a positive week there. Beverley, 7 quotes, 3 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 43%, so whoopity-doo. No move-ins this week. However, somebody took an extra space for 175 square foot. So that was nice. Don't know the details. Don't need to. So we moved in 175 square foot. We moved out 125, and we were net. Obviously, you mathematical geniuses, 50 square foot there. Sorry, by the way, if I'm not like full of life like normally. I don't feel. I hate saying this. I hate it because this is me. I don't feel amazing, but I haven't let it stop me doing anything. I'm like, no, power through. Even played football with my kids and their friends outside yesterday. They won't let me go in and watch football, and it nearly killed me. You wimp, Dean. Right, with total internal rooms occupied, external rooms occupied is 82. We've got store occupancy of 91.5%. 2 move-ins due this next week for 125. 1 move-out due for 50 square foot. Wrexham, bad week for Wrexham. We had 10 quotes, no move-ins, no reservations, so you can guess how much the conversion rate is. 0%. Square foot moved in 0, square foot moved out 375. Boo. Don't tell me the occupancy for some reason. 1 room due to move in this week for 100, 2 due to move out for 195. So not great. Mansfield, 14 quotes, nowhere near good enough on the quotes. That's probably half what we should do. So something appears to be not quite right there. So something to take a look at. Reservations and move-ins were 4. That's a 29% conversion rate. 450 square foot moved in, 610 square foot moved out. We've got total internal rooms occupied is 166. We would net result down 160 square foot at Mansfield. We're not really down too much at Mansfield, but we was last week. 71.54% occupied. Average insurance 6,500. The amount of square foot due to move in this next week is 550 square foot, and due to move out is 150. So we should be net positive there. Glasgow, we've got 10 quotes. I still maintain that we should be, our conversion rate should be higher at Glasgow because our price is on point. It's a great location. Although when Rangers were playing at home down our street, honestly, Tommy McNee, you'll know this. The buses just blocked us in. People couldn't get in. People couldn't get out during the 2 hours before the match and the 2 hours after the match. So it was like 6 hours on a Sunday. People couldn't get in because a bus just decided to park right across our entrance and we couldn't get in. I was like, what do we do here? The gits? So I don't know what to do. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go do what am I going to do? Oh, you're big eyed Dean. Don't park my bus there. Fuck off. Okay, you can park there. Anyway, 10 quotes. 2 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 20%. We had 1 moving. What's that conversion rate? You've got it. 10%. So 160 square foot moved in. Nobody moved out. And we've got 28 rented units We've got 59.57% occupied, £7,000 worth of average insurance. We've got 480 square foot due to move in next week, and we've got one move out for 160. Although that person has been due to move out for 6-7 weeks now, and she never does. Yeah, almost forget that. So overall reservations 24, 3 at Beverley, 17 move-ins. As you know, I ran 3 miles this week. That is it. And that nearly killed me as well. I was like, no, I'm not ill, not ill. I started running. Maybe if I just took it a little bit easier, my wife said, then I'd get better. But I don't like doing it. Right, that is it, my friends. I will have a podcast every single day for you guys this week. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow when we're talking about masterminds. All right, guys, love you. Bye-bye.